The room was too quiet for a divorce hearing. You could hear the hum of the fluorescent lights, the faint shuffle of papers, and the sound of my heartbeat. Steady, but not calm. She sat 2 seats away, dressed like she was attending a victory party, not the funeral of a marriage. Her lawyer was smiling, too wide for someone who hadn't won yet. When the judge entered, everyone stood. My soon-to-be ex-wife, Clara, glanced back at the crowd. Her friends were there. Her laughter rippled through them like champagne fizz, light, intoxicating, and fake. Then she said it, loud enough for the judge, for me, for everyone. "I'll finally live off his fortune." The room chuckled, the kind of laughter that tells you they've already chosen their side. I didn't flinch. I just adjusted my cufflink. The same one she gave me on our 5th anniversary. I had worn it for symmetry, not sentiment. Then I reached for the envelope beside me. When the judge asked if either of us had final statements before signing, I stood. "Just one, Your Honor," I said. "Please check the date on her signature." He frowned, curious. I handed him the envelope. Inside was a single document, one that had taken me 6 months, a private investigator, and 3 sleepless nights to prepare. He opened it, read the first line, then the second. His lips twitched. And then he laughed, loud, unrestrained, the kind of laugh that doesn't belong in a courtroom. Clara turned pale, because she knew exactly what that envelope contained. It hadn't always been like this. I met Clara in law school. She was brilliant, magnetic, the kind of woman who could light up a room without even trying. I was the quiet one, the one who observed more than I spoke. She liked that about me, said I balanced her fire. We built a life together, or at least I thought we did. When I opened my own firm, she supported me, until she didn't. It started with subtle absences, business trips that didn't line up, calls she didn't answer, laughter over text messages that weren't meant for me. I ignored the signs at first, because love, when it's honest, blinds you. But one evening, while sorting tax papers, I found a draft of her exit strategy, a document she had typed and saved under Project Freedom. It wasn't just about leaving me, it was about taking me down, legally, financially, publicly. She had calculated every asset, every loophole, even the date she'd file for divorce, the same week my firm was signing its biggest client. She was timing my fall. So I changed the clock. I played the long game. Every smile she saw after that discovery was an act. Every dinner I cooked, every word of affection, a line in a script she didn't know I'd written. I began redrafting our prenup, under the guise of updating our wills and estate plans. I told her my lawyer advised it due to new firm assets. She signed it without reading, too sure of her own superiority. She didn't notice the new clause. Any signature dated after her official declaration of separation would nullify her financial rights. She also didn't notice the hidden camera I placed in her office, or the time-stamped footage of her signing a falsified contract with my rival 3 weeks before the date on her divorce filing. I let her dig her own grave, one forged signature at a time. By the time we sat in that courtroom, everything was already done. She thought she was winning, until the judge turned the document toward her. "Mrs. Langford," he said, suppressing a grin, "it appears your client's signature is dated April 7th, 3 weeks before she declared separation." Clara blanked. "So?" "So," the judge continued, "the clause in your prenuptial agreement states any signature made after your intent to divorce is void. You declared separation on April 1st. Silence. He leaned back, enjoying it. "Which means you have no claim to his fortune, his firm, or his assets. In fact," he looked at me, amused, "you owe him reimbursement for legal costs." The laughter that followed wasn't cruel, it was justified. Her face collapsed. The color drained like someone had pulled the plug. The crowd that once laughed with her now looked away. "You planned this," she whispered, her voice cracking. I met her eyes, calm, controlled. "You taught me how to." The hearing ended swiftly after that. As the judge signed the decree, Clara sat motionless, staring at the papers that had turned her ambition into ash. When we walked out of the courtroom, she tried one last strike. "You ruined me!" I stopped at the door, turned slightly. "No," I said, "you wrote the ending. I just corrected the date." It's strange how quiet revenge can be. There was no shouting, no gloating, no fireworks. Just the faint rustle of papers, the sound of justice unfolding exactly as planned. In the weeks that followed, she tried to fight back. Filed appeals, sent threats, even attempted to leak stories to the press. But the evidence, the signatures, the emails, the footage sealed her fate. Her reputation eroded slowly, like rust under paint. My firm flourished. I never remarried. Not out of bitterness, but precision. Some lessons don't need repetition. Now, when I look back at that moment, the judge's laughter, her silence, the crowd's stunned faces, I don't feel guilt. I feel balance. She once said I was too predictable, that she could always see my next move. She was wrong. Because the best revenge isn't loud. It's written in ink, dated precisely, and sealed with silence.